Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the tea. It was fantastic. The break was fantastic. Like whoever is not sitting within the group or wish to join the activity, we have a scenarios with you already. You have a scenarios on the tables. They have been binded. My initial idea was to do some like separate that you would just receive one, but maybe your group would be interested in actually choosing. Of course, some say choosing is always a bad idea to offer a choice, but let's do a choice. So just quickly, I will go through the scenarios, but not thoroughly, like what it is about, and you will play the roles that are there. The main point is actually from what our discussion is here that in each of the scenarios there is a student and there is a point of view of the student. Sometimes you have to play a stereotypical role. If you see the actors that you have there, it's a stereotypical role that you might be suspicious, you might not be sure that uh, your position is being taken seriously. So there are different roles to play, yeah. And the first scenario is a student initiative for program enhancement. So like the situation where students are coming. Hello, can I have attention from please? We're here. Okay. Hi. Uh, so first scenario is about student initiative for program enhancement. Yeah. So students are coming with an idea how to enhance program from the bottom. Yeah, how we react with the situation, and we have contradictory situation. We have a dean who doesn't have money and administrative effort, so is concerned about that. Students who are enthusiastic, idealistic, academic staff who are concerned about the workload, employers who see benefit but they don't want to be much engaged, and local community representative if you wish to assign one. Can be a city council, can be somebody from neighborhood, like if you see relevance for your context, you can assign, and the QA officer, so the most familiar role for you. Basically, go a bit more free than just write, just read word by word. Go a bit more free, but imagine the situation that you are facing this in your day-to-day activity. Yeah, you have students coming up with suggestions. We need to have this and this component in our programs. What we do, how do we react, and also think behind it. What could be the processes that would allow for such a situation to be successful? Yeah, do they have a place where they can suggest such changes, or they are just coming like in the corridor and like they don't know where to go? What you can do to really to do that, to go forward. Scenario 2 is about conflict resolution over negative evaluation results. So a well-liked professor received a very poor student evaluation results. Yeah, often situation. There is a popular professor, but the results are tough. Students complain about unclear lectures, unfair grading. The professor feels misunderstood, unfairly targeted. So you also have a role to play there. This scenario is about conflict teaching evaluation committee kind of scenario. So you have a bad grades in the survey. How you solved it? Like how you talk? What is your strategy to talk with the professor to solve the situation, to still satisfy the students that their point have been taken and act upon, but not to create a scapegoating situation, right? So how you arrange, for example, appeal committee, how you arrange the ethics committee, that kind of a scenario. Third one is ethical dilemma. That's interesting. It's hiding negative survey results. The dean is a colleague with a known professor. Yeah? They are friends since 40 years. And there is a bad survey results, and the dean wants to hide the results. And what kind of implications has it for ethics? Yeah, when you have people like Dean, who is has ethical dilemma between loyalty, friendship, and he is also the manager, and you have also university management representatives, for example, is concerned about reputation, but still doesn't want to hide it. Yeah, so you have this kind of different dynamics in solutions of such a situation. You have also students who demand transparency because the results are bad. Students have been not happy about both the quality and how they approach him. For example, they can be mobbed or something as a student. And how you react to this as a QA officer, basically what kind of space you can provide for that kind of a situation. That's what you have to have in mind. This is just a case to allow you to think about potential situation that can repeat. So how you arrange this, and exchange also between each other if you had such a situation. And for example, do you have already in place a similar system? And the fourth is convincing employers to engage in QA processes. Exactly. If maybe one of the table is super interested in employers engagement, you might seek the strategic and QA approach to involvement of employers and how to convince them, what kind of value stream you are creating for them as an institution, and what kind of procedures you might expect to not overburden them, but to still make some measurable QA check on the relations between the stakeholders. The one problem we have is that the printed scenarios were binded, and all of us have four of them. So you have a choice, and the choice is, is always tough because I don't know what to do now. Like, do you have your if you have your preferred scenario, please go for it, decide, and stick to it. But please avoid deciding about which scenario we are taking for more than 30 seconds, okay? If somebody feels like, I wanted this, please throw this idea and focus, because otherwise we will waste time, yeah? I was planning to give you just one to the different tables, but now you have a choice, but please choose it in 30 seconds, okay? And go with the scenario. It's a group thing. If there are more people than six or less with six, pick the roles as you wish. You can avoid some, but at least have a students there. At least have a students and have some, contradicting opinions in there. Just discuss how you would tackle the situation in your institutions. Hmm? Yeah. That's it. That's it. So you have a let's say 20 minutes to discuss it, and then we will go back for actually sharing this to the group. Yeah. What's your reflection were? Hello, everyone. So, I think because we are reaching the time, and we had a plan also to make a scenario after this role play about having a general approach to the certain group that you have chosen. Yeah. So, for example, how when it comes to involvement in students, there was another task even longer than that, but we time. So instead of that, just I would say 2.5 minutes per group because we are having 20 minutes. So in 2.5, 3 minutes per group, just wrap up how the dynamics in the discussion looked in the first, let's say, minute or two of the speech. And then in 1 minute, just maybe reflect on what would be the system approach to solve such a situation outside of this scenario. Yeah. So if the similar scenario occurs, what would be idea or any one good practice that you would have to tackle such a problem? Okay, so not even the problem, situation. Yeah. If that's fine with you, everything is clear. Just a short debrief of how your discussion looked and how in system level you would like to, as a QA self, most likely because most of you are from, to arrange this. Yeah. So tell me how the dynamics looked and how you managed. And we got a 2 and 3 minutes per table.
Thank you, sir. We have discussed a scenario number 2, which is the conflict resolution or negative evaluation results QA teaching evaluation committee scenario, the scenario number 2. In this case, we have divided the task between 4 colleagues. One is student, the second is the professor. I have taken the role of a dean, and madam is a QEC director. So the student has evaluated very poorly academically, the professor, and the professor is annoyed or aggrieved due to this negative evaluation. So the committee, the facilitators, has taken the matter very seriously, and we have discussed it in depth. We have interviewed the student, and we have judged what is the reason behind his poor evaluation of the. So the student has revealed that the professor is good in teaching and other thing, but he is ethnically discriminating me. Or as the the discrimination on ethical grounds is not mentioned in the proforma, so he has this express his grievance in this way and graded this professor very low. Then we interviewed the professor, and the professor says that the student has a very low attendance, less than 30%. Secondly, the professor says that student of the same ethnical background have been graded very high. So it reflects that I have not discriminated him ethnically. The same, the facilitator then checked the situation on the ground and check the results of the same ethnical background students, and then they concluded that it was really a misunderstood. The student misunderstood the professor, and the student was himself poor academically, with low attendance, and therefore it happened. So the facilitator referred the student to the student counseling center to further facilitate and guide him. And the 2 facilitators also suggested or recommended that the professor give special attention, more time to the student to guide him and to enhance his learning ability in the subject to safeguard the image of the university. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks so much. Indeed, those situations are tough. So, like, coming from 2 sides is always a case. But on the system level, I guess like the solution was good. But yeah, indeed, like awareness of like where they could go. Right. It's good that you react to some kind of stuff, but we have to ask what happens when you don't react to such an assessment. Yeah. So the question is like where the students also can go with such a request. Yeah, and that's another story. Okay, thanks so much. Let's go to the next group.
Thank you so much. We opted scenario one. The suggestions given by the students are very well, like offering practical workshops, internships, and strong industry collaboration. These suggestions were discussed with the dean and his team. And the first question that was raised, where we are lacking. Although this is very important point in the institutes, universities, there are number of policies. Even the policies are established or formulated by the HEC. They support practical workshops, internships, and industry collaborations, but unfortunately, they are not being implemented in true letter and spirit. Why? There are so many challenges. There are so many problems. The university internal stakeholders are facing, such as when we discussed with the students, with faculty, the first thing is our curriculum is not up to date. So there is need to revise the curriculum. And once we talk about the involvement of industry stakeholders, and even then we want our faculty should teach practical, maybe the contemporary knowledge related to the industry need. But the first challenge comes, the faculty themselves, they are not trained to meet the industry need. We need to focus on their such programs related to the faculty development. This is very important. We need to first focus our faculty to teach industry related subjects. The reason being, another things, if we talk about some practical workshops, we need some equipments, need some resources, and university lacks. And now what is the solution? Solution is we need to encourage our faculty to go for some sort of research fundings. And even then, we need to involve the industry to support the universities. If industry will support the universities, then they will be financially better off to offer such kind of workshops, etc. I think this is the good enough. Maybe the discussion we can have more, but due to time, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks so much. The behind all of this is also just main principle is like to have this open point when people can have this suggestion. So afterwards, the scenario went well, huh? And if the industry would support, that would be fantastic. I don't know how the situation is there. We can have a discussion about that. I'm quite curious.
Assalamu alaikum. Our group is discuss the scenario of conflict resolution over negative evaluation results, quality assurance, teaching evaluation, scenario 2, quality of evaluation committee scenario. The case was that we played different roles and we have come to the conclusion. Basically, there are different stakeholders involved. First of all, the dean. The site of the meeting was the dean office. Before conducting the major meeting, he called the quality assurance person plus the certain faculty members to put the problem in front. What is the situation? And then they worked out that they got the feedback from the quality assurance because the professor in question was negatively evaluated by the students. It was to be discussed what is really the case. Their major concern of the student was that the staff member himself, that is the professor, he or she, himself is not a good teacher. It's not able to carry out lectures in a proper manner. So the dean decided to interview, first of all, got the feedback from the quality assurance. And then he got the information, background information from other faculty members about the professor and even about the students as well, those who complained, because generally they are not identified as such. It's only just a semester which gave all the students, they gave the feedback and then the percentage comes out. Then ultimately, the professor in question was also interviewed. Okay, what is his method and what is the condition? But the dean ultimately decided, taking into its students were also interviewed. The main factor was that different set of 2 students are involved in this scenario, 2 or 3. So once they got the interviews and they worked out that they found out that there was not the final, not all the students were on the same page. Some of them were in favor of this teacher and they said that he's a good teacher. Some were saying he's not a good teacher. The faculty member obviously supported his staff member, his professor, because of the fact that they are judged sometimes negatively, because sometimes the teacher is sometimes very strict. The students mark them, evaluate them in negative manner. And the faculty member obviously supported the professor. The most important thing was the quality assurance person. He presented that the same staff professor has not been, in some cases, his evaluation percentages were low and not very low, but sometimes average, sometimes even good. So they thought that if question has been raised by students or the no final decision is being made, the dean made a decision that you maybe in the staff member for or the professor can be given a different department or different subject for a semester, just to change the timetable. Nobody is harmed. The student would not say, oh, we were able to get the professor changed. The professor's integrity was also maintained. The faculty member and the dean and even the chairman of the department, he's not in this scenario, but the faculty member may represent that. They said it's good, we in order to die down or just to just to resolve this issue, it's a better way. Just for one semester, the same staffer is given another subject to another department and then work out whether he's getting the same negative evaluation. If not, he stays, or if it's just a method of getting the unbiased opinion. This is my opinion.
Perfect. Thanks so much. The unbiased opinion is a common denominator in many of reactions, and I feel like you're taking things well, in the sense of like your role is like now it's actually like the main outcome of this workshop is, I think, indeed like how to ensure this unbiasedness and like to convince everybody else that your role of this unbiased, of being like protector of this kind of quality, is a high. So I wish you good luck with all of that, because like the way how you're thinking of solving is indeed is good. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Okay.
Hello. After deliberation, we chose scenario one, that is about a student initiative for program enhancement. So the student visited the dean office about including practical workshop, internships, and a stronger collaboration with the local companies. A student, he is the student of first year. He requested about practical workshop and internship. So dean replied that we have a very good infrastructure in curriculum. We have mentioned workshop in whole semester. One workshop is to be conducted in whole semester, and that will enhance the students' capabilities. As well as matter of internship is concerned, we have approached industries. Those are asking services from the university. So the students in third year, they will be deputed and for getting the internship, as they get the expertise in their fields. So after getting a whole degree program, they will easily get the field work. So having heard this initiative from the students, the dean also recognized that not conducting workshop in a whole semester one workshop, but the dean decided to incorporate every month one workshop would be conducted for the students. And as far as the matter of internship is concerned, the dean also uh, informed the students that we are in touch with concerned industries. Those are Al-Karam industry, because we are from art and design industries. So we are in touch with Al-Karam industry, textile industries, Apple multinational companies for advertising. So they will hire you, they will give you internship. And dean also informed that the concerned chairman would be in touch with the students until they get job after they give up. So, sure.
That's a well thought plan. Let's see how how to be implemented, how to be monitored. But for sure, the strategy is ready there. So, yeah. Thank you so much. Would I follow up? Yeah.
Our scenario is ethical dilemma hiding negative service results. The dean receives negative results from the student survey highlighting the severe dissatisfaction with program management. Here, a student says that the result should have been shared timely. And why do we have to undergo this survey if feedback is not being taken seriously? Here, the quality assurance person says that given the previous poor record of the professor, quality assurance, and his experience, it has been decided that a chance is given to the professor to improve on the given feedback. Mid-semester feedback may be taken. Quality assurance will revisit SOPs to ensure no such feedback is hidden and ensure effect closing loops. Here the remarks of Dean. He is a senior Dean says he is a senior professor. His previous survey record is good. He may be undergoing some personal issues which were never discussed. So considering that fact, I being a dean did not share with the leadership, and keeping in mind that he will be evaluated close, then we'll draw a parallel between two semesters and then assess whether it was on time for evaluation or it may continue in other semesters. Then we will decide what retention of the professor or otherwise. So we have just got in these. The professor shop. So the other story, and yeah.
There was another point also that Dean reiterated that keeping in view the reputation of the institution, the program, it's a popular program, and the professor has been working over the years. He has not been made professor overnight, so he worked hard for it. So that is why we are giving him one chance. And of course, the QA officer said that yes, we can give him one chance, revisit the SOPs, and then may issue a letter to all concerned that they should be more vigilant and diligent during the faculty evaluation, and they should share it timely.
Yeah, ethical dilemma situations are our favorite, right? So, yeah, thanks for solving. It's important to ensure that there is a mechanism to solve even that one with yeah. Good. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for the two approach. Thanks. And the last group over here.
Sir, first of all, I cannot be a dean while sitting in the chair and implementing things like how to enhance students' understanding and students' knowledge, etc., etc. So, in this regard, the task which I have been assigned today, in which I will work as a dean, and with me, fortunately, there are students by the name of two Shajias, one Sadia, and in this program, our KVC committee member is Shafiq Ahmad. Sir, our students, they have put forward many questions and many important tasks for implementation. And in these questions, they have asked for students towards their internships programs and their class environment, class the number of students in a class, etc., etc. Sir, in this regard, I have managed in according to my mind, that first of all, for students' reliability and their validity, I will have to manage to group students in different classes because owing to their cultural, their provincials, and their racial discriminations, some students they will be enough good. They will pick things just in seconds or in minutes, and some they will be slow learners. So in this regard, I will have to subject the students to reliability. First of all, I will give them a tester, and secondly, again, I will give them a tester. And the third time, once again, I will subject them to tests. If they have came to the same level 3 times, so they will be grouped in one class. Similarly, students on the basis of their efficiency, they will be putting into different groups. And for this, I will approach to the government, to the respective government, to release budget for different classes in which I am going to proceed to have 2 teachers at a time for better learnings of the students in a class. Because at the same time, if one teacher is teaching another teacher, he will monitor the gestures, the body language, the different facilities he or she may provide in a class during the class time. As far as students' internships are concerned, so in this regard, we can contact with different projects, with different industries, with their managers, that we have so many students. They are getting their degrees, their certificates in a year or in a half year. And we are requesting, we are beseeching to give internships to our students. And on the basis of this internship, we hope that our students, they will find, they will facilitate themselves, and there will be opportunities for their employments as well as for their jobs. Tours also asked by Shazia about tours, students' tours. So for this purpose, we can provide, we can arrange tours for students as we are doing, because with tours, for example, if from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, students, they are coming to Punjab, so they will see a different culture tradition here. They will polish their potentialities. Their potentialities will be increased, will be enhanced, and after that, there will be their practicals, involvement in such cultural traditions. Sir, one is applied things and one is practical things. Applied things are those which have applicability somewhere. So in different colleges or in different classes, we are only telling theories to students. We have no practical applications. As far as practical application is concerned, for example, if a student, if he may study political science, its practical application is that he or she will go to politics. If, for example, a student is studying biology, his practical implication is that he or she will become a doctor. Similarly, literature, English literature, Urdu literature, it's applied fields, linguistics, or languages, it's applied components. Thank you, sir. For this, I have to finance everything with the help of my team, and I will manage it properly in a fixed time, and I will monitor it. I hope it will bring good and better results. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I sent the very strong principle-oriented decision process as behind all of this talk. So definitely we're going in the right direction. I'm not not smiling, like it's very much dependent on the regional challenges, very much dependent on the regional also, as you've been saying, funding streams and like relations there. So Exactly. That's how I think we are also learning here. Within one country, there is so much diversity that you're having in Pakistan. Within many, different environments, different urban or rural areas, and the challenges are absolutely different. But the orientation and like working towards the better is, I think, common between all of us. So with these words, I would like to thank you very much for choosing this workshop. I hope that you're still fine and operational to make this something out of this day further. Thanks so much, and that was the first day for you of PNQAHE conference. That was a workshop day. Tomorrow we will see each other in the plenary, and I hope some of the ideas behind all of this workshop. Not maybe a certain sentences, certain like solutions, but an underlining ideas will give you a basis for acting maybe with your stakeholders more closely, with a more connecting tissue behind all of these aspects. And I think the most interesting part was actually when we were discussing the narratives that you might use as the quality people with the quality in your heart, actually, in your faculties, towards the stakeholders that you have to convince, because you are convinced. We are not convincing unconvinced people here. You are all believing that the quality of education can be better, but we have to convince others and make the process relevant for the community and get them on board. So that's a role for you. We hope I hope that I had a chance, and you had a chance as well, between each other to contribute to this narrative. So thank you so much, and enjoy the evening. Of course. I have a request for a group photo from our best photographer from APK, right? From PAK Austria Fachhochschule. Right. Hidden advertisement.